Hey everybody, we're going to try this pulling cab reports from this screencast-o-matic.com so we can show it and post the link, and then you can share it with your new diamonds in your team. So welcome, we're excited to have you. Lori is going to share with us kind of the importance of why to pull these reports and how they can better your business and grow your paycheck.
All right, so here it goes. It's very, very important to make sure everybody's Fast Start qualified in your team and in your entire downline. The only way that you can track this is by doing what Liz is going to show us, or by doing some kind of a tracking system that you have come up with. But finding a tracking system is super important because all the leaders right now in this stage of momentum, of growth that we have, about 40 to 50% of their paychecks right now are cabs alone. And so if you're teaching your leaders to do this as well, then it will go through the depths of your organization, so you're making sure that you're getting everybody Fast Start qualified. I was on a call just a couple months into the business. I wasn't cabbing yet, but I was on a call with Joel and Stephanie Dunn, and I had just been in the business for a couple of months. And one thing that kind of was an aha moment that maybe you can pass on to your new folks and your leaders are ready to pass on to their new folks, I think really set a fire for me. And that was how to control your paycheck. You know, in this business, we cannot control our paychecks on commission based. We can jump levels, but you know, we can be under average, we can be at average, we can be above average. Well, how do you always make sure that those checks go up every month? And one thing they told me is to set a goal for yourself. You know, of course, we're working through those steps to success, but sometimes, even though how simple those steps to success are, people still overthink those. So breaking that down just a little bit more and setting personal goals every week and saying, I'm going to get 2 brand new distributors this week and make sure both of them are Fast Start qualified. Well, if you do that, what's going to happen? Your checks are going to go up every month. Now, granted, you're going to be bringing in bonus money, so if you've got 2 distributors that are Fast Start qualified, that brings you $200 in Fast Start bonuses, and that's not even talking about cabs. And so prior to me being Diamond, I started working my business this way. And so if you can talk to your people to set a goal to get, you know, 1 or 2 distributors a week Fast Start qualified, that is not only going to grow their paycheck as a distributor and help them to level jump, but it's also going to help you to get your cabs up. And so cabs are super important. Like I said before, 40 to 50%, sometimes even higher on your commissions payout is going to be cabs. So it's really important that you focus on training your people to the depths of your organization to teach their people those steps to success and make sure everybody gets Fast Start qualified.
Yeah, I think for me, the largest part of my check right now is my cabs, and so I have been diligent about tracking them. I'm sending emails to new distributors that are not yet Fast Start qualified. So I personally need these reports to help me to track who on those cab legs are now not Fast Start qualified, because that's an important part of our steps to success. And if we're constantly teaching that to our teams, you know, then it will be easy, and then everybody just knows what they do. They get those first 4 loyal customers in their first 30 days, and it just turns it into a simple business.
No, it definitely seems like I'm micromanaging at first, but once you've got a system down in place, that micromanaging does pay off, because then it's going to teach your leaders to kind of do the same thing until they create leaders of their own where they don't need to.
Right.
And
I find it that when I send these emails out as a reminder, hey, you have, you know, 10 days to get that last loyal customer, they come back and they thank me. They're like, oh, I didn't realize it was only 10 days. I haven't been keeping track. I bet had a lot going on. But they are thankful for those reminders. And so I think that you are helping them, but you're also helping yourself too by growing your paycheck and those Fast Starts and those cabs. So, okay, here we go. Let's run this report. I went to performance, and then I went to volume totals by rep. Okay, in here I'm going to account type, click on just distributors only for now. I'm going to set the enrollment date back 30 days. And one thing to remember, that 30 days is not always the exact date that they enrolled on. So if they enrolled on the 25th, it doesn't always mean 1 month later, August 25th. So you have to count back the 30 days. Now in this situation from June to July, the exact 30 days is the 1st to the 1st. And so that worked out in this situation. And my eSuite timed out, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to reload that, and we're all familiar with that.
Right, good times.
That's Lori's fault. She talked too long at the beginning. Okay, we'll get back in here. Okay, we're back. Thanks for waiting. I have the date set distributor set, I have the 30-day set, and we talked about counting back those 30 days. Now, next, I always just search for the cab legs. So I think of that person, that distributor that is at the top of that cab leg, and I enter in their ID number. So in this situation, I'm going to enter in my husband's because he is a cab leg for me. I'm going to go to choose visible columns, and I want to know if they're Fast Start qualified. That's why we are looking. I want to know their auto ship process date, their LC count, and for here, the LC count, it can show me in the report if they have 2 LCs or more already, but if it still says false for a Fast Start qualified, that means they do not have an ADBV auto ship set up. So they actually have to have that ADBV auto ship set up, ready to process within the first 30 days for that to say true for Fast Start qualified. So if they do have those 2 loyal customers or more and they say false, I send them an email just saying, hey, I just noticed that it said false and Fast Start qualified. I want to make sure that you get this qualification because it's important for your business. You need to set up an ADBV auto ship. Here's the number to customer service. You can also do that in your eSuite. And I always CC their enroller onto it so they know too, because they're gonna think that's important because they want their $100 Fast Start bonus. So, okay, I'm going to do POV. I always do POV just because that shows me if they've done a mini booster or a large booster in their first 30 days or if they've ordered any extra product. That's just knowledge that I like to know. I'm also going to do enroller, so I have that enroller name if I do want to CC them onto an email. Okay, so I save that, and then I hit go. So that should run my report. Okay, so these are the people under my husband's tree because I entered in his number, his ID number. So I see some trues in here. These are the people I want to take a look at, are the ones that say false. I would want to give Courtney an email because she is coming up. Her auto ship's going to process on the end of July. You know what? That's still, you know what I should have added? I'm going to add enrollment date in here to make sure I have that. I'm going to hit go again. Okay, here's Courtney again. I have her enrollment date was just yesterday, so I'm not going to send her an email yet. She just got started. I'll probably wait to send an email. When do you do it?
About 2 weeks prior to.
2 weeks prior to. Okay, so I'm usually about 10 days, 10 to 14 days to let them know that they're coming. They need those 2 LCs. All right. Like here's one coming up on the 11th. I need to send her an email. Send it to Michelle, and then I'm going to CC Ina onto that. So I'm going to check out these falses. I've got some falses going on here within those last 30 days. So these are the people that I want to get in contact with. I want to connect with.
And I can feel Liz having a slight heart attack right now.
Yeah, there's a lot
because
of
there's a lot of money there.
There is.
Depending on where your cab legs are, if you're diamond coated or ambassador coated, those could mean a lot of money for you. And it's not just you, it's them too. So if you're teaching them to get Fast Start qualified, let's just face it. I mean, when I started, if I wouldn't have gotten my free product, I'll even go back to say this. If I didn't get my free product probably in my first 30 days, I probably would not have continued with the business, as crazy as that sounds. So that free product of getting those loyal customers is super, super important. So teach for, accept to, don't accept any less than to. And so when you're pressing people to make sure they're doing that, everybody's checks grow.
Right. Okay, so we can walk through this again, just the additional filters, options, distributors, 30 days, and then do the ID number at the top of the tree, and then choose your columns right here to what you want to see. Definitely Fast Start qualified, auto ship process date, your LC count, and you can kind of experiment with the ones in between there. And then I send them an email and let them know, and then that kind of shows that makes the success of our business each month, tracking those, knowing where they're at, helping people get Fast Start qualified, and helping people complete those steps to success every 30 days. So thank you guys. I hope you learned from it.
One more thing, Liz. Maybe you could share with them, what do you put on your email?
I kind of talked about that in the earlier one with the ADBV, but if they're not Fast Start qualified, I say, hey, congratulations on your first loyal customer. You have 10 days to get that second loyal customer.
Yes.
You can do that by getting on your replicated website, ask friends, family, neighbors. I give them ideas of where to go and who to ask, and I tell them that that is an important success to their business, is is to get that fast start qualification so they can get those bonuses in the future.
So you're not emailing them saying you want your cab?
No, gosh, no.
Right.
And you know what? I don't go into details about what the fast start qualification is because they don't necessarily know that, but I tell them that it's important for their business because they are going to want that in the future. And they'll eventually come to know what that qualification is and want it themselves because they're going to get $100 bonus on every person.
Makes a huge difference.
It does make a huge difference. So I send that in my email. I always give the number to customer service in case they need to call them. I have had people email me back with questions, and at that point, I'm okay to answer them because you know what? I'm there to help.
Right.
So
another thing to kind of think about, and then we'll cut this off, but is, you know, it's going to pull her entire downline report. And so she's going to be emailing people that are depths down into her organization that may now have another diamond leader. And so I never want to step on somebody's toes, but I also understand that this is my team too. And so I will typically in that email just say, I know you're in great hands, and then go into detail about, you know, being
or
fast start qualified.
also on them on that email so they know that you've already sent it because they're probably wanting it too.
So don't be fearful and reaching down because we're helping everybody out here.
Okay. Have a great day, guys.
Bye.
Thanks. See ya.